Hey there, year 2024 has already started and we all are pumped up with lot of energy. We are like looking forward with a new hope, with new goals, with new energy. That's the power of every new year. We all like to reboot ourselves. Let's like begin with a fresh energy. Let's forget what happened in the past. Let's do it in a fresh way. That should be the energy most of the time in this entire year. Remember that you can keep this type of energy for the entire year, but you may face challenges while keeping up to your energy. This is the year of Saturn because 2 plus 2 plus 4 is equal to 8. The entire year is being ruled by Saturn. Saturn is the planet who likes to give you the challenge and also likes to reward you the moment you have passed the challenge, taken the test of the challenge and taken it very ethically. It is not allowing you to take any types of shortcuts, especially those people who like to do the transactions like under the table. Let me try some influence. All those type of people may have to remember that you will not be able to sustain your energy and also not be able to achieve your goals if you continue your this manipulative process of achieving things, especially this year. No, it's not going to support you. I am warning this more for the people who are ruled by Saturn. You need to understand that by default you're not supposed to take any shortcuts. You're not born like this. You are actually born to understand the things ethically, technically. It's like you have engineer head, and engineers are those people who do not absolutely take anything for granted. Everything is well calculated, well thought, and then proceeded. That's the brain of every person who's ruled by Saturn. Saturn is also one planet who doesn't trust absolutely anybody. For them, trust is a problem. It's a factor that cannot be earned easily, and even if you try hard to earn the trust of a person who's ruled by Saturn, you may able to reach somewhere to 10 to 15%. They never trust absolutely anybody. They only trust themselves. And this year is asking every birth number, okay? Do not trust anybody. Please look into each and every transactions that you're dealing in by yourself. If your undergraduate program or master's program or PhD program demands research, then you are also the target of this year. Do not trust anybody else's reading. Do not trust anybody else's findings. You may refer the findings of somebody else, but you need to reevaluate those findings by yourself. Now, those people who are in the finance industry, this year 2024 is a year to take precautious steps while you are dealing in the transactions. So these warnings are for each and every profile. Let's begin with the simple cashier or the teller at the banks. Then next will come the accounts head. You need to check every entry and transaction that you are passing or somebody else has already passed. If you are the auditor, then you need to be very vigilant. Then comes the financial head. Financial head, please look through all the project reports that are being brought under your notice and needs your approval very carefully. Do not sign any project unless and until all your queries have been answered. If you are not going to do this step by step, checking, then you might fall into trouble, especially this year. Then comes the profile of people who are in the food industry. They also need to understand something, that you are supposed to do good quality check. The quality check should be done in such a way that it is not going to harm the end consumer. If the quality check is loopholed, then be assured you all will be in huge trouble. Saturn is not the planet who is going to forgive you in this matter. So all people in food industry, especially the agricultural types of products, please be careful. If you are into the packaged food or processed food, please be careful that the products are not contaminated and they are well packed, the packaging is proper. I am trying to tell you that please take care of each and every step in your factory, in your production unit. Check all the machinery are working properly, the packaging is clean and tidy. These all things will matter this year. I barely know too much about this industry. This only comes in my head out of my general knowledge. But maybe you know better because you are in this industry for many years. So please be careful when you are into food industry. Again, if you mess up, then Saturn is going to mess up hugely with you. I'm just warning you. The next industry who has to be very careful is the real estate industry. Real estate is a huge industry. It will be like if you're into construction industry, if you're into architectural type of work, if you're into interior type of work, designing the interiors of a particular place, workshop, house, office, any such thing which has something to do with the real properties. If you are in that type of industry, even if you're a broker, you're selling and buying houses, properties, plots, offices, even if you're leasing, renting, all of you, okay, real estate is a huge industry, as I said in beginning. All of you, please take care of all the laws and the bylaws of the place where you are operating. Now when I say the laws and the bylaws of the place where you're operating, it means that every geographical place of a country, then a state, then city, then the municipality, then the panchayat. There are so many subdivisions depending on which country you are living in. Please take care of every laws there. And also remember that you do not create problem for the buyer or the tenant or the person who is working on your premises. Like there are so many people that you hire to work on your project. You cannot mess with those people. Any of these people you cannot mess. You need to be very well behaved, taking care of your buyer if you are a seller, taking care of the seller if you are a broker, taking care of your staff, especially if they are the servicemen type of people. Then you cannot ill treat them. And lastly, you need to see that you facilitate each of these categories well with proper information, proper habitation, and proper documentation. Again, there are so many things which I may miss because I am not a professional realtor, or I do not know much about, or I do not know technically many things of this industry, but I have told you as per my general knowledge. My only intention is to inform you that please take care of the smallest information and smallest service in your real estate industry so that you can dwell well in this entire year. Now let's come to the better part of this year. This is just a precautionary thing that I have told for these particular industries. Now the best part again for these three industries is this, that you will do awesome. Should you take care of all these things, you will make money. I'm telling you, will be minting money this year. Have you developed the goodwill over these years, then you are going to have double financial gains. In these industries, there are many names who have already made a huge goodwill. All these people who have earned a goodwill, I am telling you, you will look into my video again or remember my video when you will make huge this year. By the end of the year, you will see yourself in a much higher level financially and also in other goodwill successes. So yeah, excellent it is for these three industries specifically. Now guys, do not change your industry because I said, oh, this industry is going to do excellent this year. Do not try to do that, because if it doesn't suit your planet compatibility, you may suffer. So do not try to change your industry. I am going to tell you all those people who are not in this industry that how you will also make better and better than the best in the Saturn year. So all other people who are working in other industries, please remember that you will also make big this year. There will be financial gains for you also. But how are you supposed to make these gains happen for yourself in this year? You are supposed to carry on all your work in a very systematic way. Especially the sales people, I am asking you to be little patient. Okay, do not empower the buyer or even the seller, because you all have this quality, that let's make the hay when the sun shines. So it's good because that's your job. So this year, if you are going to pressurize the buyer or the seller or absolutely whatever type of sales and marketing job you're doing, it's not going to make good. In fact, it might affect your work. People may not understand that why the haste is coming, and you might also take some inappropriate decisions and steps in this haste. This year you need to take it little slow when you're making any types of deals. Now those people who are into logistics and operations type of job profile, you need to be very punctual. Discipline is the only way you will be able to sustain this entire year and also earn something great for yourself with the help of the discipline. Let's talk about the students, because students are eagerly trying to understand that what about the people who are in different other type of studies or the management in business finances. These students, you all have to go into those types of internship where you will get the practical information of the subject that you are studying in addition to your course study. That will benefit you greatly, and you may be able to earn extra credits to your certificate and to your passing the entire course. And also it will add the goodwill to your profile, and you will see that this goodwill to your profile is not so important, but it is more important to your practical knowledge. This year basically you students need to have practical accessibility to your course. You might be doing some other studies, but you need to practically understand the scope of your study. So get into the real life industry of your course, and you should be making better in your learning process and also may able to earn better credits for yourself. Now let's go to the homemakers. Homemakers, you should be very happy because this year most of the people will appreciate your efforts, And you need also to put extra effort, because homemakers, you are dealing in all the profiles that I mentioned in the beginning of my video: finance, real estate, food. This is your major arena, and above all, homemakers are the one who are always blamed that, you know what, you manipulate a lot of things. You manipulate the menu of the house, you manipulate the budget of the house. So manipulation is being stigmatized with the homemaker, but I know that you are not manipulating. Actually, you are well planning the budget of the house so that everything goes very smoothly and everybody remains healthy in the house when you're manipulating the menu card of the house. That's true. So this year you can manipulate all this profile of yours. That's perfectly fine, as far as you're not hurting anybody. It's very important that you take care of the house health that is helping you throughout the day. You cannot misbehave with them, you cannot ill treat them, and do not take their service for granted. Please appreciate them, please thank them, and please take good care of them. If you do this much, just this much, okay, all homemakers, you will see a huge blessing being added to your bag of goodness this year, and it will help you in the very near future. So this is the overall understanding of various profile, various industry, various age groups of this entire year. Last but not the least, this year is for all the good successes. Please work hard, please be disciplined, please diligently understand the pain of others, and appreciate and thank all those people who are supporting you, helping you, providing their services to you. And you will see that this year Saturn is going to bless absolutely everybody and money is pouring. But do we appreciate the money if we cannot celebrate it with the people whom we love? So please take care of the people and the money will just follow. It is not that important. This year is to add to your goodness, earn more goodness.